Okay, I know what you guys are thinking. What is up with this outfit? Yeah, I know. It's like the whole 90s has thrown up on me, or at least the late 20th century, because I don't know if this is a bit more 80s or something. But yeah, but check out my hat. Very, very cool. Pokemon. Very 90s. 90s vomit. I'm wearing 90s vomit, and I'm very, very sorry. A little disclaimer as to why I'm talking so fast and I seem nervous. I was sitting in front of this door, this is my door, and it's like a little gap at the bottom, so the whole time there was like a breeze on my legs and it was creeping me out a tiny bit. So I do apologise. Yeah. But let's get on with this spooky storytime video, and I've never done a storytime video before, so I hope you enjoy. I was going to do something completely different today, but I've decided I'm going to tell a story that happened when I was home, probably the beginning of June after I went to Iceland, and it is a scary story. It's a spooky storytime video, and I'm so excited because I love watching. I've become a little bit addicted and it's made me super nervous, so I'm not sure if this was like manifestation because we're watching all of those videos or this actually happened to me, but let's get into the story. Like I said, it started when I was back home. I've kind of just been back from Iceland, so I was staying at my parents' for a bit. Now, background on my parents' house, they've only lived there for just under 2 years and it is a new build. They're the first ever people to live there, so there's no like previous owners that need to get revenge, blah blah blah. There's no Victorian men, you know, in suits that you usually get in these kind of stories. It's a new house basically, and like the only people who live there is us. But it is kind of close to a cemetery, which is a little bit creepy. Like you go into my bedroom, you look out the window, there's some allotments, old people in their allotments, cemetery. Fuck off, cemetery. Like a huge cemetery. I mean, it's not huge, but it's huge in terms of like stuff that you find in my like rubbishy little tiny hometown. It's potentially maybe something that followed us on from our old house, because I used to experience stuff in my old house and we all have, everyone in the family. Especially on the stairs, I'd always have one on the stairs at the dark. Like I just, you know, like if there's a bad ghost, they're gonna fuck you up on the stairs, right? I mean, it's where you're weakest. And I know Gigi Gorgeous had a paranormal story time when she literally got pushed down some stairs, and I did fall down the stairs the other day here. But I don't think there's a ghost here. I think it's the ghost. If it has followed us, it's just followed us like the family house. If it has, or it could be something completely different. And time to drop a huge plot twist. I don't actually think this, what I saw or whatever happened. I mean, I'm not even sure if it was human. And I'm not talking like scary demons, because I'm not really religious, and I don't know if I believe all that shit. I'm talking animals, animal ghosts. Okay, so let's proper get into this now. And I'm sorry if I keep looking over here. I'm stood right next to my mirror, which is really stupid, so I keep catching my reflection. And I can't, like, I'm in this stupid tie-dye t-shirt and this hat. I can't take myself seriously. Basically, I would just, you know, I spent most of the morning, early morning, just hanging around in my pyjamas, and it got to about like 11, half 11 or something, and I was like, I should probably, you know, get out of my pyjamas and stop being a lazy son of a bitch, because I'm actually wearing pyjama bottoms, like, you can't see the magic of cinematography. So yeah, I went upstairs, I was meant to be getting changed, and then I just kind of procrastinated in my bedroom for a bit, and then I kind of stepped out into the hallway. So, you know, because I do wander around quite a lot. I'm just really bad for like losing concentration, just pacing around, thinking, doing nothing. That's basically what happened, and I walked out of the room into the, you know, I was on the second floor, because they went upstairs. On the first floor, yeah, ground floor, first floor. And yeah, I was just, you know, I just stepped out the door like a tiny bit, and I was just about in the corridor. And I have a 2-year-old sister, so we have baby gates at the top and the bottom of the stairs, and the one at the bottom will kind of come into the story later, but now it just concerns the one at the top. And guys, it's creepy. So I was stepped out, and I was kind of, I think I was facing back into the room. I think I stepped out and thought, no, I really need to get dressed, I should go back in. I'm really absent-minded, I'm a bit of a div. And I saw something from the corner of my eye kind of move into the bathroom. So the bedroom door's here and the bathroom door's like next to it. and I saw something go in, but it was very, very low to the ground, like a black blur just brushed past like into the bathroom. And the next thing I know, the baby gate, which is kind of behind me, is swinging backwards and forwards as if someone could brush past that as well. And I'd literally only taken one step up, like 1 or 2 steps out of the bedroom, so I hadn't bashed into it. I mean, I'm not that big. I mean, I've got a huge arse, but it's not that huge, guys, I promise. So yeah, the gate was swinging, and I just called up my mum and my little sister were downstairs, and I was like, "Are you guys up here?" And they were like, "No." And I knew that it wasn't them because I'd just seen this black blur, and there was no way my mum would have brought my little sister upstairs and not locked that baby gate in case she, you know, put her down and Frankie, that's my little sister, wanted to run around. There was no way she would have left the gate unlocked if she had popped up. There's no way she would have left my sister downstairs by herself, so I knew that it wasn't them, but I just didn't want it to be something else. And it was something like the blur, the black shadowy blur was very low down, about that big, from the top to the bottom of my hands. Can you see that? Yeah, like that's, you know, so I really don't know what it was, guys. It was terrifying. Now, I think I rushed through that quite quickly, so to recap, gate swinging, black blur, really low down, probably an animal. And I mean, we're the first people to live in this house, but since we've moved in, we have had 2 pets die. So it's potentially, could have been the ghost of my dog or my cat. But the thing is, it seemed too big to be my cat and too small to be my dog, because my dog was a big, you know, she was quite fat, but she was quite tall as well. She was a Labrador, cross collie, cross spaniel, but you know, she was quite big, and this was quite a small blur, you know, as I showed you with my hands. But then that was also too big to be my cat, so I don't know what it was. But then again, the house used to be fields, so it could have been some kind of farm animal. Do animals even have ghosts? This is such a weird thing. Maybe I only saw a part of it because that's the part of it that appeared and it was a person or something. I don't know. As I said, it could have been something that followed us from our old house because we had experiences there. So, okay, so now I'm still not dressed. I still haven't done my makeup or my hair or anything. I'm looking like a mess, and I really, really want to, you know, get dressed and stuff. So by this point I'm downstairs. I've told this whole story to my mum. She's rehashed, or maybe it was the dog, maybe it was the cat. Oh my god, that was so weird, that was so weird. And I was like, right, I need to go back upstairs. And this is where that second gate I mentioned comes in. And don't worry, this isn't scary. It's just whenever I open that gate to go upstairs, oh, I think my phone just made a noise. If you heard that, ignore it. My dog comes with me whenever I open that gate, and she knows I'm going upstairs. She will run, and then she'll run up ahead of me up the stairs like it's a race, and she has to get there first. So I was like, I opened the gate expecting her to follow, and she didn't, and she was refusing to go up the stairs, and I didn't want to go up there by myself, and I was like, I'm taking the dog with me. And that's why, you know, I made sure she'd seen that I'd opened the gate so that she'd run ahead, but she didn't want to. So I was like, screw it, I'm not going up there by myself. Like, I'm freaked out, generally freaked out. So then I picked up my dog and I carried her up the stairs with me. And yeah, I mean, nothing else happened while I was up there. Other stuff has happened since since it happened to me, it's happened to other people in the house. Stuff has happened. Supernaturally stuff, and I'm going to go into some of them now. I can't exactly remember the story my mum told me, but it literally happened the day after, you know, a couple of days after. And I think, like, she heard someone downstairs, and she thought someone was downstairs. She heard footsteps, doors, you name it, you know, all the great scary stuff that you hear. So I think she heard movement downstairs or footsteps downstairs, and she just assumed it was me or maybe my sister. My sister gets back from work late sometimes and she stays up, you know, for a bit because, you know, just relaxing on the sofa or whatever. So she thought it was one of us. This is my other sister, not the 2-year-old sister, my 20-year-old sister, but still my younger sister. And yeah, so she thought it was me or my sister. And she goes downstairs and no one is down there, and I'm pretty sure there is more to this story, and I'm probably going to see my mum this weekend, so I will have to see if I can get her to remind me of what it actually, like the full story, that literally happened like the day after. And and mean. And there is another story which happened a little bit later. It was by the time I was back here and my parents were having a weekend away in Burnham-on-Sea and I went to visit them, which I should be doing again this weekend. I'm probably going to film some stuff, beachy stuff, we will see. But yeah, and my sister had the house to herself and her friends came over and some shit got real. It doesn't concern my sister herself as such, but she had the house to herself, she invited some friends over, you know, they were drinking, they're all of legal drinking age. And so basically her friend and her boyfriend were staying in my parents' room, I think, and there was a hoodie hanging on my dad's weight bench. My dad has a weight bench. And I think they hung a hoodie on there or something, and I think the boyfriend woke up and it had moved or something. It looked like it spun round. One of them woke up and it had spun round, and the other one also thought that they saw something move and like when they woke up. And then the next morning they woke up and kind of, we both saw some messed up shit in that room, like people lowering over the bed and someone moving the jacket round and stuff. So that's some other stuff that has happened. It's not the most exciting story. I could probably dig out some more. I haven't had too much happen to me, but I still really badly believe it. I do have stories from other people that I could potentially share, because I know a lot, like, of friend of a friends and like some really messed up stuff. So if you would like me to do more story times, more paranormal story times, I can definitely find some stuff for you to recall in my brain and pick other people's brains if need be. And also if you want me to retell my mum's story and my sister's friend's story in more detail, because it has kind of gone from my head a bit, the exact details of what they said. So I can do that as well. I hope this video isn't too short because I feel like I've really rushed through it. But yeah, that was my spooky, potentially animal ghost. I mean, what do you guys think? Was it an animal? Was it a human? I mean, I know they can follow people. That's the whole plot line of Paranormal Activity, isn't it? That it follows the girl, the sister, and then it moves to the other sister. Yeah, so is that the case? I don't know. I mean, I haven't got any big stories from that old house I can't think of. I mean, there are a few weird little ones which I can all combine together. If you want to know about stuff that happened in the old house, I can do that for you as well. Okay, bye guys, I'll see you guys soon.